Welcome back to Teshkid FX for another price prediction update, and in this video I'll be giving you a price prediction update on Quantum, whose current price stands at the $168.2 mark, and here on TradingView the market is up by 2.25%. and in this video I want to give you the key scenarios that I expect to play out basing my analysis on the Elliot wave structures and the Fibonacci's, and also the key areas of support and resistances, and also draw out any key chart pattern that you have information on this chart. And now kickstart the video by giving a brief of what has been happening here on the Quantum chart. From the all-time high, we have been seeing lower prices in this massive ABC corrective movement, which has now taken us back to around the $41.2 mark, and after seeing that low, we have been seeing a very nice bounce to the upper side, which has been obeying the Elliot wave structures, as I will be showing you here on the 4-hour chart. So jumping to the 4-hour chart for further analysis. Here on the 4-hour chart, you can see after making our low down there, we have been seeing a very nice bounce to the upper side in a movement that I can term as an Elliot wave structure, having that as the first wave to the upper side, then a wave 2, then a wave 3, then I'm expecting a wave 4, and then a wave 5 to complete a higher Elliot wave count 1 to the upper side. And getting a little bit into the details of the formation of this fractal wave that you can see over here, so that it can also give us the key scenarios that we expect to play out. After making our low down there, we saw a very nice bounce to the upper side, forming the high for that first wave. Then after the formation of our first wave to the upper side, we saw a very nice retracement over here in the formation of a wave 2, and using the Fibonacci's, we can sketch out a minimum target area to the lower side in the formation of this wave 2 to get to see whether that wave 2 has done the minimum that we expect a wave 2 to do, by connecting the fibs from the low of the wave 1 to the high of that wave 1, and that gives me a minimum target area between the fib level 0.382 and the fib level 0.5, and I can mark that target area here on the charts like that, and you can see Quantum retraced into that target area. And after making the low for that second wave, we saw a very nice bounce to the upper side in the formation of a wave 3, and we have made a high for that third wave to the upper side. And using the trend based Fibonacci, we can get to see whether that third wave to the upper side has done the minimum that we expect a wave 3 to do, connecting the trend based fib from the low of the wave 1 to the high of that wave 1, then dragging the fibs to the low of the second wave, and that gives me a minimum target area to the upper side in the formation of a wave 3 at the fib level 1.618, and that is at around the $238.8 mark. But here on the Quantum chart, we have made our high at around the $229.2 mark, meaning we are just $10 away from the target area that I have sketched out using the trend based Fibonacci for that third wave to the upper side. And that means there are very high chances that the high for that third wave was in at around the $229 mark, and we are not going to push any higher to fully maximize the target area of the trend based Fibonacci, and the low is and the high is in, and whatever we are seeing right now is a pullback to the lower side in the formation of a fourth wave. And because a wave 4 is a retracement of the third wave, we can use the Fibonacci's to sketch out a minimum target area to the lower side in the formation of a wave 4, and I just need to use the Fibonacci's, connecting them from the low of the wave 3 to the high of that wave 3, and that gives me a minimum target area in the formation of a wave 4 between the fib level 0.382 and the fib level 0.618, and I can mark that target area here on the charts like that. And removing the Fibonacci's, that target area lies at the $176.8 mark and the $141.7 mark. So that is the minimum that I expect this wave 4 to the lower side to retrace into. And because a fourth wave is a corrective wave, I also expect to see an ABC corrective movement play out over here. And once I see that movement play out over here, then I can be sure that we have seen the low for that fourth wave to the lower side, and we are starting to see such a structure, having this as the wave A to the lower side, then a wave B, then a wave C is what I'm expecting to see, making our low maybe at around the $142.4 mark. And once that plays out, then I can be confident that the low is in, then expect a target area to the a movement to the upper side in the formation of that wave 5 to the lower side. And we can also sketch out a target area to the upper side in the formation of this fifth wave to the upper side using the trend based Fibonacci, connecting it from the low of the wave 1 down here to the high of that wave 1, then drag the fibs to the high of the wave 3, and that gives me a minimum target area to the upper side at the fib level 1.618, and that is at around the $379.6 mark. So once we see the low for that fourth wave play out, then we can expect that fifth wave to take us back to around the $379.6 mark. So let's be patient and see how that plays out. Also taking a look at the indicators to see what movements will be supported here on the 4-hour RSI. On the 4-hour RSI, we are trading at around the 43 mark, meaning we have massive room for us to support any movement to the upper side, and also any movement to the lower side in the formation of that fourth wave still be supported here on the RSI before we get into the oversold region. Also taking a look at the MACD. On the MACD, we have printed a bearish cross, and that supports my movement to the lower side in the formation of a fourth wave. So lower prices are coming our way. Let's be prepared for that and continue watching that target area that I have drawn out here on the quantum chart, and also the key areas of support and resistances. And that's the update for quantum.